You're listening to the Hallal and Hickey Show, Wednesdays 2 to 4, only on WMLN. Now, for your hosts, Jack Hallal and Declan Hickey.
Well, Dan, when you and I were on this set together on Friday, we were feeling pretty good about things Red Sox related. They just won the season opener at Texas. Problem is, since then, they've lost 4 consecutive games. And while they did just sign Garrett Crochet to an extension, the offense isn't looking great. And right now, Rafael Devers is in an all-time funk.
You're listening to the Hallal and Hickey Show, live Wednesdays 2 to 4, only on WMLN 91.5 Curry College Radio. Jack Hallal, Declan Hickey, we're back for another one. It's been a tough stretch for the Red Sox. We were going to go off the top with that, but, you know, we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show, but I thought it was important to get that going as well for the next one. Jack, how you doing today?
Great, Chuck. Whenever it's a show Wednesday, it's always a good day to be with you guys.
It's always a great Wednesday. Declan, how you doing?
Pretty solid. Like, pretty good day, you know. I'm feeling pretty good. Vibes are high. So, you know, that's it.
It's always good. Declan, we went off the top there with Joe Weil of WBZ. We'll go back to that in a second. I want Declan to get going with March Madness. Our phone lines are up. You can call at 617-333-3120. That's 617-333-3120 on our phone lines to talk March Madness. Declan, get us going before we get into these phone lines.
I'll get it started. You know, we had a great couple weekend. You know, we had the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 this past Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know, had some crazy matchups, crazy games. You know, crazy game people thought was going to be on the clock. It was going to be the Alabama-Duke game. People thought that was going to be an all-time classic. I mean, it did live up to it, but it was mostly just a Duke dog fest all the time. The Duke Blue Devils just running through them with, you know, Cooper Flagg, like Con Knuppel. Like, that team is a force to be reckoned with, I feel like, right now. And that Duke team is probably one of the favorites to win, even though most people don't like seeing Duke win when it comes March and April. So that was a really interesting game. And then I think probably the biggest game, I know we can talk to Jack about this game since he watched this one, talking about the Texas Tech Red Raiders versus the Florida Gators. Great game. You know the Florida Gators down 10 with 3 minutes left, found a way with some like ridiculous shot by Martin and some ridiculous shots to get back in it and win that game. And Jack, I just want to know, like, this Florida Gators team, something to be reckoned with. And just want to talk about how do you just talk about that run that they went on in the game.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you know, they that wasn't uncharted waters for them in the tournament. They've been in some close calls, actually, especially with you know, to UConn and now with Texas Tech. I was watching that game and I thought they were down and out. I really did, but
I did too. I definitely counted them out. I thought, oh, there's gonna be a Texas Tech Red Raider win all the way.
I did.
They came back and had that crazy run, and then they were able to hold on at the end and play great defense.
Look, I think Clayton, you know, the guard for Florida, I think he's a stud. I think
Clayton's amazing.
He's great. Yeah. I think, you know, he's probably just behind Cooper and the best players left. I mean, there's only 4 teams, so. Yeah. But I think he got his team single-handedly back into that game, and he kind of he lit the spark, and he got this team going. So it was cool to see, and you know, Kevin Harlan was losing his mind for Clayton too, because I think he had 20-something points, maybe 28 points, maybe.
He had a lot of points.
He had 28 or maybe even north of that. So, you know, it's I don't know. I think it's going to be a Duke Florida Gator final.
Well, I think maybe we want to slow down because I think the other team a really interesting game. The Auburn Tigers. Auburn Tigers number 1 overall, still looking very good. Like Broom looks amazing. Yeah. Pettiford looks really good for them. So I think that'll be probably the better matchup of the Final Four, that Auburn Florida matchup. You know, it's an SEC matchup. It'll have to be a dogfight for sure, that game.
Well, I think an all SEC basketball March Madness final will be interesting because you know.
Well, it's not. But
what?
I just mean it's an SEC Final Four matchup, but it's not all SEC. Is what I'm saying.
No. I know. But I'm saying, yeah. Like, look, it's really, it can be anyone's ball game. Again, I don't know. Cooper's looked great in this March Madness,
he's looked insane. He looked amazing.
I want to pause you guys real quick in between now. We got a caller now talking about March Madness. We got Jake on the line. Jake, what do you got to say about March Madness?
What's going on, boys? Well, on March Madness, I just wanted to say that I think it's really funny that everyone's waving the flags for Duke already. I personally watch college basketball every day, and I can tell you that
Yes, he
there's
does.
two teams that are right now better than Duke and will beat Duke, and that is Houston and Florida.
Okay. Well,
Oh, wow.
I think with Houston, reason I have them beating Duke is if you look at their way they play defense and the conditioning they run up and down the court, they're going to wear down Duke. Duke hasn't played anyone that's, of worthy competition
Yeah.
over the last a long day at work. My point is that Duke hasn't really played anyone. I don't see how Duke goes through this gauntlet over the next 4 days between Houston and then most likely Florida.
well, thanks so much for the call. We'll get going on that one, Jake. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. What do you got to say about what Jake had just said there?
I mean, look, yeah, no, that's one of my best friends from Sudbury, and he called in to get jacked up a couple times during college football season. He's a big college sports guy, basketball and football, but he was the one who actually told me to go with Florida. And yeah, look, I mean, I don't think he's wrong at all. Again, it's hard for me to kind of go against his takes because I don't watch as much college basketball as he does. But I think it's fair to say Houston, they're in better shape. They can run, and it's going to be interesting. This Florida team can also play too. So again,
But I do think it's a good point you made about Houston because I'm not the biggest college basketball watcher, but I know they have a very good defense. That Houston team, they're one of the better teams on defense. So I don't think it's that crazy for him to say there are two better teams than Duke. But I just think, yes, Duke hasn't played anyone amazing, but there's still a gauntlet. They still have the best player in college basketball. It's still the guy who's going to be the number one pick in the draft. So it always makes an impression. They have three guys that are going to be in the top 10 picks for the draft. So it always matters. Even though Houston does have a very big chance in this game. They're not a one seed for no reason against this Duke team. I just think it's an interesting point to talk about Houston, but maybe I would lean Duke. Maybe it's just my bias towards Cooper Flag, because I like Cooper Flag. But I think that'll be I think that game could be a toss-up, like between the Cougars and the Blue Devils.
yeah. I mean, again, it's both teams are really not really both teams. All four teams are great, right? I mean, they're all one seeds for a reason, but. It's gonna be a battle of the one seed and who wants it more and who's better coached, and it's cool to see some of these young coaches like Florida and John Shire in the Final Four, and it's cool to see for college basketball. So
it's even cool for the Auburn Tigers, who I think sometimes aren't being talked about enough, even though they were the number one overall seed coming into the tournament. I know people still favor Florida. I think that game will be a dogfight as well. It's an SEC matchup. I think anything can happen when it comes into a conference play game.
Yep.
I think all the other stuff can really get thrown out the window when it's like a conference rivalry like you're playing, especially in the Final Four. Like we saw that when it was an ACC between Duke and UNC. That game was a dogfight.
Yeah.
So I think this Auburn team is probably one of the better teams. They're the more experienced team out of them with coaching wise. Bruce Pearl, a great coach. He's been there before.
Yep.
So he's actually had experience there. So that's why you could lean more Auburn, just because a coach like that has the experience and he's been there before, so he knows what it's like.
Right. And again, just like any sport, collegiate or professional, experience goes a long way.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is, and that's why I tend to say, Declan, sometimes we don't see freshmen get the job done. And Cooper Flagg's obviously handled the moment well, and he's done great on March Madness. But usually, we don't see the freshmen who are the best players on their team carry their team to national championship. So it's cool to see for Cooper to do. They obviously have a good supporting cast around them. But, yeah, no, it's anyone's ball game. But I still got the Florida Gators.
We got a caller now on the line. Caller, don't have a name there for you. How you doing?
Hi, this is David calling from Turks and Caicos.
Okay, David Cohen from Kirks and Caicos. Dad, hello. How you doing?
I'm here. I'm great. I'm here looking at a deep blue sea and wondering if the guys can give me some analysis on how any of these teams can possibly beat Duke. Duke is so deep. They can beat you from three. They can beat you in the paint. There is no chance any team walks out of this Final Four with a title other than Duke. And I need these fellas to tell me how that is possible. The second thing, and I want to pivot away from the Final Four, is are the Celtics not catching their absolute stride at the right time moving into the playoffs?
That's something we'll talk about later for sure.
I think they roll over everybody in the East.
I like that.
And they roll into a big-time back-to-back championship. So I need the guys to give me some analysis on both of those takes. Thank you.
Thank you for calling here, Kirks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos.
Listen, he's seeing the ocean blue. He's ready to go. And before we get going on the Celtics, and listen, you guys went into it on March Madness. Duke. Listen, I'm not a March Madness guy. Yeah. I don't watch March Madness, which is crazy. I know, I get it. But listen, I'm gonna have to listen to Mr. Cohen's over here when it comes to Duke. They might be able to steamroll here in this situation, especially the guy calling from Kirks and Caicos. Listen, we got a little bit more to talk about now, right on the hour. 220 WMLN 91.5 Curry College Radio. Up next now has been an interesting slump going on for Mr. Rafael Devers. We led the show off with it. We'll take one more listen since it was pretty early on from Joe Weil of WBZ.
Well, Dan, when you and I were on this set together on Friday, we were feeling pretty good about things Red Sox related. They just won the season opener at Texas. Problem is, since then, they've lost 4 consecutive games. And while they did just sign Garrett Crochet to an extension, the offense isn't looking great. And right now, Rafael Devers is in an all-time funk.
So you hear Joe Weil there talking about Rafi Devers and how he's in a funk. Shout out to Joe Weil. He's a great guy. Worked with him over at Harvard for those Crimson games, and he's one hell of a reporter. He's done a great job this season. Jack, you watch the Sox games. You've had some rough input. You talked to Declan about it. You guys beefed a bit about it. Oh, yeah. 1-4 now. Looking to play the Orioles tonight, 6:35 with Mr. Crochet on the bump, wearing it on the back of my shirt today. Jack, what do you got on the Red Sox and Devers slump?
Look, this is kind of, and I'm going to just do it quickly because I can see it we don't have it on the rundown, so I'm just going to make this very, very quick. But if Devers is listening, you are grinding my gears. You want to know why? Because you are making me and a friend get distant from each other, and I don't like it. Okay,
what grinds my gears?
Right.
This week?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Is Rafael Devers, and hit the ball, Devers. Come on, man. I mean, look, he's great, and I know I know where Declan's coming from. It's April 2nd. He's gonna get out of this. He's gonna be fine. I understand. But what my point was to Declan was he can't hit the ball right now, and it is a little concerning for the moment being. It is a little concerning. He's gonna be fine. I know he is, but look, Rafi, I just hope you're listening and stop making Declan and I do beef about some stuff, but I mean this has been going on for a week or so now, and obviously there's been some words that I'm not going to say on air because we're not going to go there.
We're a licensed station. We don't want to lose that accreditation.
Right, but it's just Declan and it's just good friends, talking. But look, it's concerning right now. But he'll be fine. He'll be fine in the long run. But right now he's fading away at the plate, and it's scary.
Declan, now you're on the opposite side of things. He's 0 for 20. He's walked a couple times. He has not gotten a hit yet. What is your opinions on this, and is it being blown out of proportion? And is Jack going to get his own Tony Maserati moment today where Devers hits a bomb, and we get to celebrate and also post a clip of it on Instagram and say and mock Jack Hallal after what he said? What is your opinion on this? Is it just kind of a like Jared Carrabis would say, a nothing burger?
I think it's nothing burger because I actually really like what he said over the weekend. He said some like words that shouldn't be said in air, but he was saying it's a complete nothing burger. It's still the beginning of April. Mm-hmm. He seemed to think there was nothing about this at all. I still think there isn't. I think it's a nothing burger. I think people get in slumps all the time. I think people are more just looking at it because it's the beginning of the season. Like, if he was 0 for 20 and it was the middle of June, I don't think this would be blown out of proportion as much.
Well, I think can I just say this one thing? And again, the guy Jake who called about college football is a big Sox guy, and he tells me a lot of this stuff that I know. And he did say, I think the reason why this is being so blown out of proportion, and he wants to call in again. I'm just going to sum it up for him. He said he thinks why this is a big part of it, and I think I agree. Is obviously it was Devers wanted to play third base, and now he's the DH, and it's kind of like, okay, if you want to be the third baseman and you made the media made a whole big deal about it, like it's just an odd start.
Well, Jack, I'll sum it up for him. We bring Jake right back on. Jake, what do you got on Rafi Devers?
Well, Jacko, I love you, man, but I don't know what is going on in your head. I mean, two things. One, it's April 2nd. Last time Devers struggled at plate to start the season, he batted, I believe it was 302 with 38 home runs. Someone who's a lot smarter. One of you guys are a lot smarter than me. You can find the actual stats. I don't have it pulled up.
Yeah.
But my point is,
on the caller there.
Okay.
All right, Jacko, let's relax here.
All right, let's go. Come on.
The other point I want to make is, like, what are you going to say tomorrow, Jack, when he goes deep? Because he's absolutely going deep tonight.
Yeah, he's due.
This is a perfect. Well, it's not even that he's due. This is you look at matchups, because everything in baseball is about matchups.
Of course.
He's batting 500 in Eflin in his career with 2 home runs. Wind is blowing out in Camden today.
Like you're in Baltimore, right?
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, go look at the report. I'm not a weatherman, but you can find the weather. Wind's blowing out, man.
Jake's got Rafi in this situation.
He's going deep. The only problem I have with Devers now is it's mental. If you watch his swing, he's pulling off towards the first base dugout. He's not staying in on any of the pitches, which is why he's rolling over and rolling off to first or striking out. I like him off of an off day to stay in the box, stay with the pitch, and thinking about driving the ball the opposite field. And then once they start, coming back inside on him, he'll pull it and he'll go deep. I like him for 2 hits today, and I think he goes deep. Jack, you can eat your own words, pal.
Thank you, Jake, so much for the call. It's actually a great segue to talk and go into what Jim Rice had said, and actually a little bit of scuffling there with Jim Rice and the Red Sox hitting coach Pete Fatsi or whoever it was, telling him to not talk to the players about hitting. Jim Rice on Nesson with your guy TC out there, Mr. On Nesson, and talking about Devers' slump and what he would say to him.
Rafael Devers right now.
Well, Rafi is that I think he's pulling out. If I go from the left side, he seems like he's got something like this, and he goes to the ball, and when he goes here, he's already over here. What Rafi's not doing, Rafi's not reading the ball. If Rafi's here, he's got to read the ball with the foot and the hand. So if the ball's over here, I go here and look at my bat. My bat is always in front. Rafi bat is behind him. He's sort of like getting a chicken wing here. And so when you get your chicken wing, you get long and your head goes over here.
And I talked about it before. I don't have much expertise. I played Division III baseball in high school. But I'll tell you, when your head goes away from the baseball, you're not going to hit the baseball. I mean, it's just that simple. And to be honest, this whole thing to me is like, whatever. It's kind of until he gets it. I'm a little concerned, but once he gets a hit and gets rolling, there's nothing going back from there.
Yeah.
Now, to lighten up the show a little bit when it comes to the Sox, guys, this Kristian Campbell is unbelievable. I mean, this kid, listen, he hits a home run center field against the Rangers. He's 112 miles per hour for the bat. And Declan, what did the Red Sox do today in response to what an incredible series he had with the Rangers?
In from Passan today saying the Red Sox have signed him to a 8-year contract extension with a player option in 2034, an 8-year deal for $60 million right there.
$60 million for guy.
After 5 games.
After 5 games. And it happens. You get locked down. You saw today, I believe it was Jackson Merrill or right? Correct?
Jackson Merrill yesterday.
Yeah,
Also.
Yeah, that's right. And then another spending part to your best friend John Henry there, Jack. Another big contract from his group, and Garrett Crochet, the guy that's on my back, looking to get on the bump today. Had the best start of the rotation so far. Looking to mow down these hitters in Baltimore to pick up their second win of the season. Garrett Crochet gets signed to
6-year, $170 million.
$170 million. I had him about 6 years, 180. My guy, you hear me? John Henry pulls out the 170 instead of the 180. A great contract, no opt-outs, under $30 million per year. It's up there with the Zach Wheelers of the world. He's one of the best starting pitchers in baseball. So it's always great to see that, and also guys getting paid that you want to stick around forever. So for the three guys that have been hot in this lineup, Willie Abreu, Kristian Campbell, and Jarren Duran. For the rest, Declan, what are your thoughts on Tristan Casas? We talked about Devers' story and a couple others that have just not been getting going. Is it mental, or what do you think it is?
I think for Casas, it kind of all falls to the mental. I think most of baseball really does come down to the mental, even though it's kind of like a cliche thing to say. But really, all of it does come down to the mental. And I think for Casas, I think it really is a mental game, just because he had good reps in spring training, but he had gaps in the season last year. We didn't play a lot. I think it's come down to a confidence thing with him, like just how I think it's a confidence and just how I think it's a confidence issue with Devers as well, because I think many times baseball players can get really in their own heads. I think it really comes down to him, that for Casas. I think the whole team, though, including like Story, Bregman, even like Rafaela, it's been really bad with runners in scoring position. That's been the main downside for this lineup so far. They've really struggled. I think other than those three, the rest of the lineup, for some reason, can't drive those runners in.
So with Bregman, I mean, he's hit the ball, he's gotten on base, he's done a good job, but it's just about runners in scoring positions. One of the biggest flaws to this team. And then to talk about the rotation a little bit to get going there, Crochet, solid start, not his best.
Yep.
Houck, just not great. Buehler, not great. Ebbs and flows at the beginning of the season. Buehler did not like his start. Fitz looked great through sixth inning, gave up two home runs, And then back in the rotation, Sean Newcomb, just absolutely the Brockton guy, just could not get it going. So for tonight, Crochet, he starts after getting his contract and now waiting on getting back home for Friday's game, which you'll be there. I won't. I thought I was going to be there. I'm going to be there on Saturday. So let me tell you, with this Crochet extension, do you think now that's kind of off his shoulders?
Yes.
Today's got to be a turning point. Yeah. And it's crazy I say that we're 6 games in, but that's Boston media. That's how they make you feel.
I think he'll have a better game than he did on the first day. Like I think it probably came down to the first day like jitters is what people call them. He's like it's his first big start for this new team, high expectations. I think it mostly came down to that. He didn't have great stuff, but he still had great moments. I think in on the first game. And I think he'll try to go for an even better performance and copy those performances he's already done in spring training.
Jack, we talked a bit about Crochet, and now a couple of guys just can't score. You can't get runners in when they're in scoring position. Do you think this is just a mental game? Do you think they're going to get out of it? They're 1-4 on the season. It's super early. And what are your feelings towards that? Do you think this is just a mental game, or is there really an issue here with the middle of the lineup not being able to score guys?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think, like Declan said, a lot of baseball is mental, and it's obviously showing. And when you can't put runs on the board, it eats you alive mentally. But I don't know. I think we will be fine. Again, like it's still early. The more chances we get in those positions, the better I think they'll be. But it's just like. I think I could be wrong. I think scoring was tough for us last year. I think it was a big, especially early.
Well, early it was, and then they turned into one of the best offenses in baseball.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. So yeah,
but early it was for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So early on last season, it was, like I said, it wasn't great. But hey, if we turned out to be one of the best scoring offenses in baseball, then I think there's something to be hopeful about there. And I think I have all the trust in the world in Alex Cora. I think he's phenomenal. I think what he's done with the roster last year, and I think what he's done, this year, bringing in the guys and bringing in his his guy from Houston and Bregman, I think was a great move. And again, sometimes new pieces just don't gel right away, and it's fine, So we're gonna see what happens, but I think we'll be okay.
I think we will as well, and still got a bit time to talk Sox. And before we do that, you can follow us on Instagram, Hallal and Hickey. That's Hallal, 2 L's, A-N-D in between. Hallal and Hickey all over on socials, wherever you can find us. YouTube, you can find our video on demand, which shows our video stream. It's kind of not really a stream, but it's live in some sorts if you want to listen to the show right after as well. We're all over on streaming platforms as well. Declan, now tonight opening day. Wow, I'm already thinking about it. Tonight, Orioles, Crochet takes the bump. You heard your guy Jake there talk about how Devers is extremely good against Eflin and who's on the bump today. Declan, what are vibes tonight for you? Do you expect to win, and do you expect Devers to finally hit the ball?
I expect more to get the ball. I don't necessarily always expect to win, especially after the game on Monday. I think this Orioles team, they did lose a good amount of things, but they are still a good team. I think they are still a team that'll give you difficulties to win. I think we have a better chance. I think the vibes are up for Garrett Crochet coming off the new deal. I'm pretty excited for the game. I think it's going to go well. I think Devers is going to use this off day. He's going to use this off day to really prepare for this game and really fix his swing. I don't know if it's going to go yard, but I can definitely see him getting a hit. I can definitely see him getting a hit today.
Jack, vibes for today's game. How you feeling? Do you think Devers can get out this slump? Same about the same questions.
Yeah, I do think he'll get out of the slump. All great players do. He's proven to be a great player in the MLB, and I think again, I think mentally it's hard for Rafi because he's never experienced a DH, and obviously when he hits, he's in the dugout, right? He's not getting a chance to be actually part of the game on defense, right? So it might be it might seem like to us that he might be checked out, which could be the case, but he'll be fine, and he'll really just be fine.
Okay, well, here's my thing. I think that Rafi Devers, I think Rafi Devers hits a nuke today. I think Zach Eflin has no idea what's coming his way. I think Rafi, he's like, I'm kind of tired of it. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of just, He's going to hit a bomb. Whether you like it or not, whether Ken likes it or not, he's hitting a bomb. It's going yard. 450 dead center. That's my vibes. That's a clip of the year. I think we're going to have to clip that one. Is that Ken in the background too?
Yeah.
That's clip of the year. Okay, but you have to feel some type of way. You got to be excited about it, right?
I'm excited.
When you have Chuck LaRossi saying that, when you got Chuck LaRossi getting excited and optimistic, I'm bouncing.
I'm excited. Maybe
I'm bouncing.
maybe he hits it so far it goes out that little walkway with all the plaques or something like that.
Exactly. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to talk some more. The New England Patriots are up next. Mike Vrabel thinks he's the one. Is he the one? I think so. He's got confidence.
I'm a great guy. I'm actually a really great guy.
I'm actually a really great guy. We'll be back for some more here on the Hallal and Hickey Show live Wednesdays 2 to 4 only on WMLN. Patriots up next. We're taking a break.
For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. That's underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. This message brought to you by SAMHSA and this station.
Every 2 minutes, a woman in the U.S. is diagnosed with breast cancer. And in that split second, her life changes forever. The toll of breast cancer is great. The need to support those who are battling the disease today is even greater. We're fighting alongside patients because we know one moment can change a lifetime. United by hope, we can end breast cancer. Join our fight. Save lives.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous.
5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
When I was younger, I may have did some stupid things, even committed some crimes, but I am not a criminal.
I work for youth advocate programs, I was Tamani's advocate, helping him stay out of jail, stay in the neighborhood, and get a job.
As a little kid, I experienced trauma and I acted out. Made some mistakes, but I'm not a mistake.
As Jalen's YAP advocate, I'm always here for her.
YAP is a community-based alternative to youth incarceration and neighborhood violence. Youth advocate programs. Learn how at yapinc.org.
Dan Hicks with Paul Azinger, welcoming you back to the Healthy Stand Classic.
You couldn't ask for better conditions. 68 degrees and a UV index of 3.
This direct exposure to midday sun could be increasing her risk to melanoma.
It looks like she's making a change.
Now let's see what she takes out.
Oh, wow, looks like she's pulling out a 15.
I don't know, looks like she's going with a 30.
Strong choice.
Incredible.
Stand Up to Cancer and Optum want to help you reduce your risk for cancer. Visit takeahealthystand.org.
Joey from Vermont, a farmer trying to get through the winter. Adriana from South Carolina, a single mother living paycheck to paycheck. Liam from Ohio, an injured father struggling to provide for his family. Hi, I'm Shanola Hampton, and I support the Feeding America network of food banks because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Ernie Johnson and Charles Barkley welcoming you back to Susan's Cubicle here in Accounts Payable. What an afternoon of non-stop bookkeeping action, Charles. Are you kidding me? She set herself a reminder to get out of that chair and move.
That's a smart use of a timeout.
She's still reading her emails while getting her heart rate up and moving her muscles. Healthy habits could lower your risk of cancer.
That's a crazy move.
Stand Up to Cancer and Optum want to help you reduce your risk for cancer. Visit takeahealthystand.org.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Veterans, did you lose your job due to the COVID-19 pandemic? The Veteran Rapid Retraining Assistance Program is a short-term VA program that offers education and training for high-demand jobs. These jobs provide higher starting wages and require less time for education and training. The sooner you apply, the sooner you can start on your new path. You served your country. Let VA serve you. Apply today. For more information, visit va.gov/VRRAP.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Would you know what to do in a poison emergency? Would you know whom to call? Well, the answer is Poison Help. 1-800-222-1222. Poison Help is a 24/7 government hotline staffed by poison experts. It's free to call and available in over 100 languages. Every second counts in a poison emergency. Don't waste it wondering who to call. Save Poison Help in your phone today. 1-800-222-1222.
Looking for a school with one of the best communication programs? Curry College offers a degree that could take you to the center of it all, long before you even graduate. Located just outside of Boston, Curry offers a variety of coursework in the field or online, such as radio and audio production, television, digital video, multimedia, journalism, and more. Take the next steps and learn more about how Curry College provides steadfast support through scholarships and grants, as they do for nearly 70% of their students. Visit curry.edu to learn more.
I think we'd be open to everything. I think we'd be open to everything that we felt like could help the football team. I think that's what we have to do. Whether that's stick and pick a player, or if somebody has an offer for us, I think we'd be willing to listen. But there's a lot of options that we have to consider that could help the team.
New world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell.
You're listening to the Hallal and Hickey Show, Wednesdays 2 to 4, only on WMLN. Now, for your hosts, Jack Hallal and Jacqueline Hickey.
Take off the money phone, take off the car loan.
You're listening to WMLN 91.5 Curry College Radio. That sound bite off the top was a little low, but Mike Vrabel talking about trading back potentially from that fourth pick. He said, show me who's up top, and then I'll tell you who we're taking, which is not always great to hear from a fan's point of view. Jack Hallal, Declan Hickey, Chuck Rossi, your board op and producer. Got a lot going on in the Patriots world. I'll start off the top with Jack. Jack, what are your thoughts at this pick at 4? And, a lot of things have been changing. There's potential that Cam Ward goes, then Abdul Carter, then Travis Hunter, and then what do the Patriots do? Gerard Mayo, thank you very much for that. Jack Hallal, what do you got on this?
Yeah, look, it hurts because I want Abdul Carter and I want him bad. I watched him against Notre Dame, and kid's a stud. I mean, we all know what he's capable of doing, and we're hearing analysts of this draft saying he's like Micah Parsons. He's that good, and I don't know. I think if he's there at 4, you got to take him. I don't hate the idea of drafting down. I think you need the right offer to do that, and I think to do that you need a somewhat good either offensive lineman or just another receiver of some sort. But I really don't want Travis. I don't. I mean, I don't want the drama that comes along with him, and I think he'll be perfect in New York. I think it's already a given that he's going to New York.
But here's the thing. I'm going to cut you off because right now the projection of the draft is Ward 1, Carter the Browns, Hunter the Giants, and then what do you do?
Yeah, so if there's nobody there, I don't really mind him saying trade. I think he's more saying trade down if Carter and them are both gone, and then what do you do? Because you don't really have to draft you don't have to draft a guy like Will Campbell at 4 anyways, because he could drop, and then you could even maybe trade down into the second and maybe trade up into the back half of the first round. You could do that, so that's definitely a real option.
I think what you do is, if that's the case, if it goes Cam to Tennessee, Abdul to the Browns, and then
Hunter the Giants.
Yep, Hunter the Giants. I think at 4 you got to go with either Tet McMillan or another star receiver.
See, I don't want Tet. I think Tet would be a bad pick. I think it's too high, and I also think
it's too
he
high.
doesn't watch film. He literally said it straight up in the interview. I don't watch film.
Yeah.
I don't think Vrabel's going to want a guy like that.
I don't think we need to really draft a wide receiver right now. I feel like we could wait till later years.
Yeah.
I also think we could draft a wide receiver in the second and third.
Yes,
I think
you could
we'll probably do that.
But what I think
definitely gonna do that.
What I think the Patriot way is, and I don't want to sound like Jack Hallal right now, but I'm going to sound like Jack Hallal. The Patriot way is you draft the tackle if those guys are gone. And
Yeah.
Listen, and that's not bad. But here's where I get in the way of it. Will Campbell's arms are dinosaur arms. He looks like this when he's playing. It's like, come on. Fitzy on WEI talked about it. It's just not. Listen, he's a guard.
Right.
Vrabel's like, well, he played SEC talent. Do you know who else played SEC talent? Isaiah Wynn. Your guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Georgia.
He was a good tackle at Georgia. He played guard at the Patriots. He played tackle. He couldn't find his way. Had a bad attitude problem. All that stuff. Whatever. Listen, I don't think SEC is a great place to say, oh, this guy can be good because he played in the SEC. But also, I think it's kind of a weird, okay, well, if he can play in the SEC, but then he could not be good in the NFL. I don't think it really – because Kyle Duggar played at Lenore-Ryan, and he's a good NFL player.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody at Curry could play in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes – listen, I know it's D3, but listen, it's like – I don't know. The SEC thing doesn't move me as much. But now at 4, I think Membu's great, but he's not a left tackle. And we've seen this before. We moved Caden Wallace from right tackle at Penn State to left tackle and basically ruined his, whatever courage he had.
I mean, there's still Calvin Banks is still out there.
Calvin, yeah.
Banks is a pretty good
He's
tackle.
fallen down a little bit.
I still think he's probably the best, probably the better tackle in this draft.
I agree with Jack, though. I think, or from what Jack had said before in previous shows, the Patriot way is if no one's there, if Abdul Carter is there and Travis Hunter's there, you either trade down or you stick and pick and take Will Campbell.
I also think I think one of the better option is to trade down and try to maybe get alignment in the back half of the first round and then drop the wide receiver high in the second.
So Ennersley would be a good example as well. Jack, I talked about the guy from Minnesota, the tackle.
Yep.
Maybe it's a back end of the first round type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really looking to get as much talent as possible, you trade back and try and get another first round pick.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen often. So I'm saying
it's hard to do.
If you're going to trade back, and who doubled up? The Texans, right? And who did the Texans get? They got Will Anderson and C.J. Stroud in the same draft.
And it worked out pretty well.
It did. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't hate trading down. I think you need the right offer though. I wouldn't trade the 4th pick for a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I wouldn't. I feel like that would be something. I mean, again,
really.
For a 1st, 2nd, and a 3rd.
I think a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd for the 4th that's an incredible amount of talent. So what, you're trading back to the 1st, right? So you're getting 1 first-round pick. You're just trading back.
Yes.
And you're getting another 2nd.
Yeah.
And that's your 3rd. We'd have 3 thirds.
I know.
We have 2 thirds right now. We got a 3rd for the Matt Judon trade.
I don't even know if a team would offer us that much.
I just think I don't know. It's too hit or miss. We don't know how good these players are going to be.
It's true. It's fair. It's a bad draft class too.
Right.
Well,
so
on the offensive side, you could say it's
sure.
Look, I know a lot of mock drafts have Abdul going to 1 or 2. I really can't see it. I think he falls at 4. I think Tennessee and Cleveland, they both need a quarterback. I really think that Tennessee will just take him. It'll be 1 minute. Pick us in after 1 minute. It'll be Cam Ward, and then I think Shador goes to the Browns, and then I think.
There you go. I mean, that's our perfect scenario.
It really does come down to the Browns in this draft.
That's it.
Look, the Browns are the most interesting team coming into this draft, just from the point that they might go best available. They've said they haven't really said whether they're going to draft a quarterback or if they're going to draft a guy who's best available. They haven't really said what they're going to do. There's a big possibility they could have Abdul Carter and they could have a defensive line of Carter on one side and then Myles Garrett on one side,
which would be trouble.
It would be disgusting.
Which would be insane. And then maybe they know they're not going to be that good. Maybe they don't really want to pick a quarterback. Maybe they roll with something. They maybe try to sign another free agent.
Or if you're Cleveland, do you plan on having an awful season again and then go in and get Arch Manning?
But man, how many more years are the Browns going to tank?
Or I don't know,
they're just going from a tank to tank to tank to tank.
They could experiment in the later rounds, see how far Milroe maybe drops.
Yeah, but Milroe's I love you guys know I love Milroe, right? But the guy is just so raw. I mean, he is just all over the place.
He's definitely a piece you have to experiment with.
He's not a great quarterback at all, and it's how Hurts was there. He just needed one extra step probably.
Yeah, he's not.
Milroe needs
not there.
Maybe 3 levels of a
He's got the speed
type of steps. You know what I'm saying?
That's really it. He's only really got speed.
And he doesn't want to play running back because I don't blame him. You want to be a quarterback, that's fine. But you're just not going to get picked high. Listen, the Browns, they need a quarterback. It's obvious.
But will they pick it?
That's what I'm saying.
interesting
Because
part.
is Shador worth the second overall pick? He's not.
Yeah.
Shador?
But it's the Browns.
Right.
Yeah, it's just it's more of a situational pick. Like if the Browns were did a little bit better, and if they were finished 10,
right,
then it'd be no brainer. They're obviously going to pick a quarterback. But when you get so high as 2, and you see two game changing, two franchise changing talent like a guy like Carter and a guy like Hunter, it becomes kind of interesting. It's like oh, do you get a little greedy when you see that value if you're the Browns GM? Do you be like oh, maybe this will change our franchise because we've made some horrible mistakes, we made some really bad general manager moves, and now this could make us be in a brand new good light.
Yeah, I just again look, I for in a perfect world, what?
I'm pointing to you. I'm giving you the cue.
Sorry.
That's all I'm giving you.
In a perfect world, again, it would be Cam, Shador, Travis, and then Abdul at 4. Yeah. But I would not be surprised. Honestly, I would not be surprised knowing that Vrabel is the head coach now. If Carter were to go before us, I wouldn't be surprised if we pass on Travis and get a Mason Graham from Michigan.
I don't know if he's a need anymore with Williams in there. So I don't know. I think I don't think they'd pass on Hunter. I think with my understanding
you're right.
of kind of what Vrabel said in the press conference just the other day, and Kraft had spoken. I was going to get some bites from it, but when Kraft talks, it's just it's not listenable. He said he was 35 mentally yesterday, which was interesting. Anyways, I think I think Vrabel, his idea to it is we're going to get best available until best available is no longer there. Best available meaning Carter and Hunter. If Hunter's not there, he was talking up Will Campbell. What was scaring me was he was talking up Ashton Genty, which I don't think I think that's would be insane to pick him at 4.
Yeah.
To be honest,
great talent, but I just think too high.
He might not even be the best running back in the draft.
That's true.
The guy from UNC is great.
Omari Hampton.
Yeah,
he's great.
He is really good.
But again, to go Genty at 4 is I don't.
He's talented.
I know he's amazing. In my opinion, I made an argument that he should have won Heisman, but
right.
At 4 is a stretch, and also, I think maybe even next year, I wouldn't be surprised if we move on from Ramondre. I don't think he's the answer.
I don't think he's the answer either.
I don't think
but
he's the answer.
It's a running back. You can sign a free agent running back for $2 million to do the exact same thing with your offensive line. You don't. That's what it's an asset now. It's just a random asset.
And that's also what we've done for years.
Exactly.
Whether it was whether before Ramondre was Damien Harris was our.
And they picked him. They picked him pretty high too. Listen, I saw your thing in the notes. We didn't put it in pre-show, but with the Patriots, they might take a running back in the second, which would I think it's kind of crazy, but it's also not to me it's not crazy, but it's to me I don't want that to happen, but it's not
cover the need.
Exactly.
I think maybe only draft a running back if it's maybe the 6th round or something.
So the way that Vrabel's talking up Will Campbell, I think if those two fresh literal cornerstones of your franchises are gone, he will take Campbell. If Campbell is not there somehow, maybe Membu, I don't know. I think they would trade back. I don't know if they would take a right tackle at 4 to move to left tackle.
But I don't think there's any world where he's not there.
I think if Travis or Carter are not there at 4, I think we trade down to either 8 or 9 and draft a receiver.
Okay, I can see that happening.
I do. Whether it's Tet or whether it's Tet led
Luther Burden and Tet are really good.
Yeah, Tet did lead the college football in drops. He did.
Yes,
he did. So his hand.
But if you trade back, it's the Patriots,
right?
And there's a hole at left tackle,
right?
Yeah,
they're gonna take a left tackle.
And again, you got to protect Drake.
You have to. And also now, the battle, the line is still not great. The right side line's fine.
Yeah,
You got a center battle, and we saw that from. Mike Reese of ESPN for the Patriots. He said the center battles between Garrett Bradbury and Cole Strange. Cole Strange looked pretty solid at the end of the season last year. Garrett Bradbury had a 44 pass block rating on PFF last year. So I don't know if he'll make the center spot.
It's mainly just the left side, though.
Your left guard is Layden Robinson, Sidney Sow.
Yeah. Well,
your left tackle is Vidarian Lowe.
Yeah.
It's not,
and they don't have Michael Jordan anymore, I don't think.
Michael Jordan.
Thank for that he's not still
Oh
on the
my
team.
God, yikes. But yeah,
disaster.
again, what I was upset with is that they had a great free agency, but they didn't sign Mekhi Becton.
Yeah.
You sign Mekhi Becton, you put him at left guard.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, he doesn't fit McDaniels' scheme.
Yeah.
I don't care. He is a big body that can play left guard.
Moses, though, which was a good.
That's a good, yeah, sure.
But like, I think if you'd got Moses and
Becton,
it would have been.
Shaq Mason's still a free agent, guys. That's all I got to say. I know he had a mid-year last year with the Texans, but that's a name that McDaniels is familiar with.
He knows him.
He's still a free agent. That's it.
And to your point, Chuck, I think Vrabel wants to do what's best for his team and listens to his players. And after having this conversation with you guys, after Stephon Diggs saying he's a lot like Josh Allen in Drake May, he's played with Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs played with Josh Allen. I think if Vrabel hears that and he's convinced enough, I think they do. I wouldn't be surprised if they go Campbell or any offensive lineman at 4.
Well, we wrapped it up there with the Patriots, seeing what they're going to do at 4. We still got weeks until then. And to plug a bit before we end this one, before we go to break, the Draftathon is coming up on WMLN 91.5. It will be live on YouTube as well once we figure out the sports department YouTube channel, maybe Twitch. We'll see how I'm feeling there. Draftathon will be going on. I'm going to play that liner before we get going to our break so you can hear some more information about the NFL Draftathon in just a bit. Jack Hallal, Declan Hickey, Chuck Luarasa, your producer. We got more coming up for the Celtics, who have been unbelievable. I'm super excited to get going with that and to talk Celtics 9-game winning streak. It's going to be a fun. We're listening to the Hallal and Hickey Show live Wednesdays 2 to 4 only on WMLN.
Good evening and welcome to the NFL Draft.
Join us April 24th for WMLN's coverage of the 2025 NFL Draft. We'll cover all the rounds, all the picks, and all the football. Tune in at 7:30 for the best coverage by our sports department. Only on WMLN FM 91.5.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
To some, a baby's babbling doesn't mean much, but it does. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hey, son. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating without a compass, eyes waiting, started to wonder. Metamorphosis, the loss of who you thought you was.
When your kid can't find the language, help them find the lyrics. Listen to the Sound It Out album and get tips and tools to start a conversation at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
Women hear a lot about self-care these days. Advice on ways to relax, exercise, eat healthy, and more. Those are all great. But one of the most important self-care steps we can take is making sure we're financially secure later in life. That means saving money for retirement. It's never too late to start. And it's the kind of self-care that brings peace of mind that lasts. For small steps you can take to save for retirement, visit WeSaySaveIt.org. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Today, a new creature walks among us, causing fear, mayhem, and injury.
Stay back, children.
Look out for the dreaded digital deadwalkers. With faces pressed against their little handheld devices, they put all good citizens in harm's way.
Oh, hey, dude, I'm walking here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you.
A public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, who want to keep everyone well connected with healthy bones.
I felt so alone, scared, angry. I just wanted to die. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
Good evening and welcome to the NFL Draft.
Join us April 24th for WMLN's coverage of the 2025 NFL Draft. We'll cover all the rounds, all the picks, and all the football. Tune in at 7:30 for the best coverage by our sports department. Only on WMLN FM 91.5.
Like I said, you guys made history on this road trip, but you've now won 9 straight. How are you feeling about where this team is at heading into the postseason?
Feeling great. We trending in the right direction at the right time. Hopefully, we get everybody back healthy and keep this thing going. It's almost time for war.
You're listening to WMLN 91.5 Curry College Radio. You heard off the top there, Jason Tatum. He said, we're getting ready for war. We're in a 9-game winning streak. The Celtics have been unstoppable. And then once they get their first loss, who knows what the opinion will be like, especially to our guys on 98.5. Shout out, I guess, to Mike Felger and Tony Maserati. Jack Hallal, Declan Hickey. Not an I guess. We love our national figures in radio. Jack Hallal, Declan
harsh.
Hickey. More of an EEI guy myself. I'll put that on tape. Declan Hickey, Jack Hallal, Chuck Larossi, your guys. Got some more to talk about. Celtics coming up. We talked a little bit about March Madness in the beginning. We had some callers. We had Dave Cohen's from Kirks and Caicos call in. That was a great one. Jack, pretty happy about that.
Caicos.
Turks and Caicos, sorry.
Oh, good.
It's all right. Red Sox
I don't own it, so I just...
started 1-4. Talked about that. Rotation was terrible. Devers is going to hit a nuke tonight. 6:35 start on WEEI and Nesson. Talked about the Patriots, what they're going to do at 4. The inevitable left tackle might happen. And now the Boston Celtics are on the plate. On deck, in the hole. I can't speak anymore. Something's going on. 9-game winning streak. Tatum talked about how they're getting ready for war. Declan, I'll start with you. How about those Celtics? What are they doing well, and what's keeping them on this streak?
Oh, how about them? Hey, 9 games in a row. I've been very excited. I've been very vocal about this. I've loved what they've done. It's been insane, and I think this is all started from the comeback of Kristaps like a Porzingis. He's been absolutely amazing in his return from the illness that kept him up for almost a month and a half. So he's been back. This team's been absolutely through it. This team's been absolutely great on all fronts. Even on nights where they've been missing players, I don't know if they've had the consistency of the same lineup every night, but they've kept the consistency of winning and being in the driver's seat in mostly every game. They had that crazy game on Monday. It wasn't a great shooting performance by both teams, very bad. But like I said, there was a fight. It was a dogfight of a game. They found the way. They won that crazy 28-13 run in that second quarter. It was looking unstoppable. And yeah, they've dealt with many different many different game plans that teams have thrown at them, whether it's leaving Al Horford open or just leaving Jaylen Brown open, leaving somebody open. It's not worked because you can't really leave anybody open, even players off the bench open on this Celtics team. I think it's got even deeper with the minutes have been allowed to a guy like Baylor Shireman and a guy like Torrey Craig. So yeah, it's been great.
Jack, a guy that was so harsh on this squad, talked about how the Cavs were frightening you. Now, what's the opinion changed? 9-game streak.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. Obviously Cavs kind of cooled off, and the Celtics are looking phenomenal. I mean, it's just great to see. But I also think like the more I see this team play healthy, the more I'm gonna see that Mazzulla is the guy that will outcoach every other coach in the postseason. And Tatum and Brown, I mean, one of the best duos, if not the best duo statistically, in the league thus far. And it's just crazy to see 9-game win streak. We're gonna keep it going too, and I'm so high on this team now. It's 9-game streak, and I don't think the Cavs have a chance anymore. Maybe they do in 5. I'm saying like maybe like we win in 5 against them. I don't know, but we'll see what happens.
Had a caller come in, and our phone line number 5 has actually dropped. So if you want to call one more time, call in at 617-333-3120, 617-333-3120. And Declan, I'll go right back to you. Tatum has been unbelievable coming off that little sprain that he had going. Now, what's the vibes like? Porzingis coming back into the lineup. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, like I mentioned it, Tatum's been very good in this comeback. He's been he's been leading the team every night. He did have that kind of injury scare earlier in the year. It was kind of a little scary situation. It was kind of something that people were like, oh, we're just going to keep him out. It only kept him out 1 game. Mm-hmm. They've been absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, Kristaps Porzingis, he really is the X factor for this team. He really is the difference maker, I think, when it comes to this lineup, when it comes to playoff time. If he's healthy playoff time, it's going to be very hard to mess with the Boston Celtics. It's going to be very hard to for people to beat them. And I still can't believe Jack has changed his tune. It's kind of a surprise to me for a guy who's been so harsh on the Celtics, and who knows, he might be harsh again sometimes when it comes to playoff time. He probably will be. But I think this team's been phenomenal in this 9-game win streak. And like I said at the beginning, they're 6-0, which is a record. They've never been 6-0 on a road stretch before, was the record or something like that. But yeah, it doesn't matter who you leave open on this team. Doesn't matter. They're going to score.
Keep getting a call line. It's firing up, but our phone line number 5 is actually down. You can call us at phone line number 4, 617-333-3120. The Celtics are on a crazy, crazy path, and it's been a path of not only destruction, but they have been mauling through teams like it's nothing. It's honestly so great to see, and I think now getting into his own with Jaylen Brown coming off his fasting, and a lot of people upset that he fasted during the season, which has actually led to poor performance. But listen, he's coming off of that. He's playing well. Derek White breaking that 3-point record. It's been unbelievable to see.
Unbelievable, and every piece on the team has been very good. Whether it comes to White, Holiday, Porzingis, Tatum, Brown, Pritchard, Hauser, Shireman, even Luke Kornet's getting in there. He's getting dirty. He's even getting some big time rebounds, some big time moments. Yeah. You still have a deep guy. We still have Neemias Queta, who still hasn't been used as much, but he could be used anytime. He could break out of the glass. Kind of like that. He can be used as an emergency. But yeah, this team absolutely mauling. They have the current 6th man of the year. I don't think anybody can debate me on that. They have the current 6th man of the year on their team. This team's been absolutely phenomenal, and I hope they continue this win streak going into the playoffs. Who knows? Obviously teams might drop a game here and there, but they've looked good, and I still think they'll probably maul through a team tonight as well.
Got someone here on line 4. How's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going? What's going on?
What you calling in for? How's it going?
I'm doing good, thanks. Calling in, talk Celtics. I know that's what we're talking about right now. Talking about Kristaps Porzingis here, I do agree. that he is the X factor for this team. I mean, ever since he's came back from injury, this team's been on a win streak, 9 games to be exact. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think they need him to go all the way. I mean, you saw it last year. You know, he went down in that Game 4 against Miami. He wasn't back until Game 1 of the finals. They went to the finals. I think they're still able to again. I think you got to honestly more rely on great play out of guys like Derek White, out of Drew Holiday, because they like Tatum said, they're getting ready at the right time. They're getting hot at the right time. Drew Holiday has really found his shot from 3. This is the best basketball he's played all year, probably the best basketball the whole team's played all year. I really think the X factor for this team is, the Drew Holidays, the Derek White, getting something out of, I agree, the 6th man of the year, Peyton Pritchard in the postseason as well. Yeah. That's kind of what I think.
Thanks for the call, and we appreciate you calling in about the Celtics. What do you guys think? Do they need Porzingis?
Declan, I'll go real quick. I agree. Like, look, he's right. I mean, the callers. That was my cousin Josh. He was right. Look, I mean, I think we need our best players to be the best players, and I think we need them to be as good as they usually are in the postseason, right? I think Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, I think Pritchard needs to do what he did last year, and I think Derek White and Drew Holiday need to be healthy and ready to go and balling as always. And then I think we're good, right? I mean, Porzingis did help, in the finals. He did, but to get there, again, he was out against Miami. Here he went out against Miami and was out in almost a month. But no, I agree. I think Tatum needs to just keep balling, doing his thing, and so does Derek White, and so do these other guys. And these other guys really need to step up like they did at this time last year.
Yeah.
So
I agree. We don't really need Porzingis. He's obviously so nice to have, and he makes the team so much more complete. But yeah, we don't need him because most of the playoffs and most of the finals comes down to what do the little guys do on the team, because teams are always going to double team the big stars. It happened when it was the Bulls. They would be all over Jordan, be all over Pippen, and the guys like Steve Kerr's, the Steve Kerr's will be open. So yeah, I think it obviously comes down to guys like White and Holiday, who aren't the biggest, best players on the team, but they contribute. It also comes down to the point, why the Mavericks make it last year? Because small guys like P.J. Washington, Derek Jones Jr. made the shots they were supposed to make. They made the wide open shots. That happens when your best players get double teamed. So yeah, I think it obviously comes down to the smaller guys like Pritchard, White, and Holiday. So I think, yeah, definitely right on not needing Porzingis, but he's obviously very nice to have.
Oh, I got my opinion on this as well. Jack, how's your feed looking?
How's my feed?
Your Instagram.
Oh, it's looking. I actually just read.
Listen, Jack, I don't want to hear about your feed. All right, this is what I want to hear about. I want to hear about Kristaps Porzingis, because I kind of disagree with you guys a little bit. I really think when you have no bigs, you have Luke Cornett.
I'm not saying they don't need him,
Horford.
but I'm saying they could win it without him. I think he makes them the better team than the Cavs. I think if we didn't have him versus the Cavs, it'd be a lot closer.
What do you think?
I do think that.
Do you really think we don't need Porzingis?
Yeah, I do.
Who's playing the 5? Cornett?
No, this
Horford?
this is where I go to Joe for. This is where I say I think he needs to make a 5 rotation. I think he needs to make a good 5. I mean, what's the point of having Kate if he's never going to play, right? I mean, Al can't go the distance anymore. He's a dinosaur. That dude is a Pterosaurus Rex.
Hey,
is that a real dinosaur?
Yeah. Well, not anymore because they're extinct.
I'm pretty sure he did have his career high though the other night. Though.
No, but Declan. I mean, really, if we go to 7 games, he's going to be gassed. I think you got to have these young guys. Put Keita in there. Cornette's really good defensively. He can get you some buckets down low. But Keita's kind of feisty. He's not afraid to throw some Meta World pieces. He's not afraid to throw some elbows. He will get the ball and shimmy his way to the back. Keita's good. When he plays, he's not bad. So I think Joe needs to really make and put together a number 5 rotation. Just see what the guys can do. Let the boys eat. Right?
Yeah. I think what Chuck was saying, we definitely do need him. I think you definitely need him when it comes down to a series. We're probably going to go against the Cavs, And, I don't think we necessarily need him. I think it makes it a lot more difficult without him in the lineup. I think we're definitely more beatable without him. And I'm kind of changing my mind like in the middle of the show, but yeah, I think we do kind of need him. He makes a difference, especially against like a big rotation like the Cavs. Like he might not be able to totally stop Evan Mobley, but you can contain Mobley. It'd also be very crucial. He hasn't played in the matchups like when we played the Thunder, so we never know how that will go, because the Thunder are obviously one of the favorites to make it. So I think obviously having him there is a very crucial part for the Celtics team.
Yep.
Well, we talked Celtics a bit now, and just wanted to kind of wrap it up with this. Now we're heading to the playoffs. We're getting closer and closer, inching closer and closer to it. What is your confidence rate, and do you think they can make a run to their second NBA title in a row? Jack.
What is their confidence rate? I really think that, I think they are confident. I think they can do it, but again, it's hard. The NBA, it's hard to repeat in any sport, and it's hard to repeat in the NBA, right? We're probably going to play maybe a team or two that we played last year that we beat, so they're going to figure out a way to make it harder for us, right? And that's just the tail of the take, and we're probably, again, we're not going to be facing Dallas in the final. That's just a fact. So we're going to have a different matchup. So again, those adjustments, and whether Denver can make a run in the postseason and we have to travel to the hardest place to play in the NBA because of the altitude, right? I think that's going to be hard. And I think, we've seen, it used to be called the Chesapeake Bay Arena, but now it's different for the Thunder. We've seen that arena be ready to go in May and June, and that arena's hard to play in too. And this Oklahoma City team they rally around Shea, and they have other guys that everyone just plays for, and they're well coached. So it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard. I think we can do it if everyone focuses and really and plays well and does their job. I think we can do it, but it's not going to be easy. It really will not be easy.
All right. Well, talked Celtics there. Got a quick caller as well to talk about his perspective on Porzingis. Is he needed on this squad? I might feel a little indifferent about it. Well, that's all we got for this segment with the Celtics. We got the hot seat coming up next. Trivia is back in the Wednesday slate for the Hallal and Hickey Show, live Wednesdays 2 to 4, only on WMLN 91.5. And if you haven't heard, we have the NFL Draftathon coming up. We'll play that right before we get into our PSAs. Hot seat trivia coming up next here on the Hallal and Hickey Show, live Wednesdays 2 to 4, only on WMLN.
Good evening, and welcome to the NFL Draft.
Join us April 24th for WMLN's coverage of the 2025 NFL Draft. We'll cover all the rounds, all the picks, and all the football. Tune in at 7:30 for the best coverage by our sports department. Only on WMLN FM 91.5.
Hi, I'm Connie Britton. I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
I had this illness that really made me powerless over alcohol. I can't say to anyone, no, don't drink. But I can say that when you decide you don't want to drink, the door to AA is always open.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
Hi, it's Tori DeVito. Small conversations can have a big impact on your child's decision to not drink alcohol and use other drugs. For tips and other resources on having a conversation, visit Talk They Hear You at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
No one in AA said to me, "Why would a nice young girl with such a great future drink so much?" They said, "Welcome, come in and sit down. We know how you feel.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
My therapist had told me that I needed to go to AA meetings. I didn't want to go to AA, but I did, and it wasn't what I expected. It was friendly. I could feel the happiness.
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
As you go about your daily life, look closer. Every year across America, a staggering 4.2 million youth are homeless or trafficked. Covenant House is the national leader providing safe housing for youth, 50 years strong. Every youth who walks into Covenant House gets clean clothes, hot meals, medical care, and a safe place to sleep. So, look closer at Covenant House and help us fight youth homelessness. To help or get help, go to covenanthouse.org.
If you came across a child struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
their age, the way they speak.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Turning my pain into purpose is pretty much what I have done to start this foundation.
In August 2020, after the death of George Floyd, Bridget Floyd and other family members established the George Floyd Memorial Foundation in support of the Black community.
It's going to take more than just us as a foundation. It's going to take the community, the world, to make a change.
Fight for racial justice for the Black community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
It's not too early to talk to your child about drinking. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. That's underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. This message brought to you by SAMHSA and this station.
Serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. I'm Michael Naranjo, and I'm a veteran. Today, I'm a sculptor. My fingers are my eyes.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year.
With DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Serving in Afghanistan, I was shot in the head by sniper fire. I was given a 5% chance to live. I'm Adam Alexander, and I'm a veteran. Today, I visit classrooms and share my story. I tell kids that with a little help and a lot of work, that you can overcome any challenge.
DAV helps veterans like Adam get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year.
My victory is being there for the next generation.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
While serving in Iraq, our vehicle was hit. They didn't think I was going to make it. I'm LaToya Lucas, and I'm a veteran. I had to learn to live with the scars, both visible and invisible.
DAV helps veterans like LaToya get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year.
My victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners. If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Hey, son, how are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it.
When your kid can't find the language, find the lyrics. Start a conversation at soundidouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
We received the news that nobody wants to hear. Your child has cancer.
St. Jude made us feel that everything was gonna be alright.
Finding Cures, Saving Children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Kathy Bates. People sometimes ask what I've learned in my 2-time battle with cancer. 1 is that with the right treatment, you can beat it. 2 is that it's not just cancer you're battling. You also need to anticipate LE, lymphedema, a disease that can leave those who undergo cancer treatment with a lifetime of swelling and pain. If you're facing a cancer diagnosis, discuss lymphedema with your doctor. With knowledge and action, we can learn and live. Learn more at lymphaticnetwork.org.
Dear Hero, thank you for donating plasma. I recently moved off the reservation, which meant a lot of stress, and that set a spiral of attacks. I take the plasma injections bi-weekly, and I haven't had any attacks since trying it. It's just gone. Because of you, I feel amazing.
Giving equals living. Give plasma. Replenish the supply. Learn more at hhs.gov/giveplasma. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Get on board. The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake. Feel the wind as we ride and a fish on the line. Reel in our first catch and feel the sun at our backs. It's get out on the water season. It's time to get on board. Find out where to get on board near you. Visit Take Me Fishing and Discover Boating to learn more. And please recreate responsibly. Get on board. Get on board.
My name is Jinhui Zhang. I'm the chair of a computational biology department at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. As a data scientist, I feel so excited about seeing the potential impact, not only on the kids treated at St. Jude, but across the world. And I think this is a great use of the trust we got from our donors.
Finding Cures, Saving Children. Learn more at stjude.org.
You're listening to the Hallal and Hickey Show, Wednesdays 2 to 4, only on WMLN. Now, for your hosts, Jack Hallal and Declan Hickey.
You're listening to WMLN 91.5 Curry College Radio. We're hoping that Josh can hear us right now. Josh, can you hear us? Let's see if you can. Can you hear us, Josh?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
That sounds great. We got Josh Bracken in Studio C. You see him right there. He says on air, he's waving to the camera. This is what happens when you bring technology to WMLN 91.5. We do a great job with some of the best student radio in the South Shore. Guys, we have Thunderstruck playing here today because our very own Josh Bracken is joining us for trivia. Declan, you are currently 3-0.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
So confident. So confident, especially against Jack. 3-0. I was about to sweep Jack in the series. Maybe Josh adds a bigger challenge.
Maybe he does. Now, Declan, I need to ask you something. Do you want the first question, or should we get our guest the first question?
We'll let our guest get the first question. That'll be nice.
Okay, that's good. At least we can give the guest the first question. Very generous. Very generous after, especially Jack thinking that he's screwed him out of the first one, but it's okay. Things happen.
Oh my God.
This is sports trivia. It's called The Hot Seat on WMLN 91.5. You can follow us at Hallal and Hickey on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok as well, at Hallal and Hickey.
He's looking over at the phone.
It's going to be the end of our show, quite frankly. Some of my favorites. Josh, are you ready to go? Is the real question.
You can't hear him.
Oh, Josh, are you ready to go?
I'm probably going to get exposed for this, but go for it.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Come on, Josh.
Let me
dig deep.
Dig deep. Listen, I got to get this up real quick, but before we get going, we'll open it up with a bit of our Jeopardy music as well as one of my favorite liners that we have loaded up.
Luka Doncic has been traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers for a bag of Lay's potato chips, a half-eaten McDonald's double cheeseburger, for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. 3-team deal that involves the Utah Jazz. How did this go through?
Josh, are you ready to begin your first round of the Hot Seat Trivia on the Hallal and Hickey Show? Are you ready?
Hit me.
Josh Bracken of Off the Bench with Thomas Christofoli. See, I can say his last name right. He can't say mine right.
That's not actually how you say it.
Yeah.
God. How do you say it?
Christofoli.
Christofoli. He can't even say my name. Whatever.
It's actually, fun fact, every single time, I have a running joke, every single time he gets a name wrong on our show, I look out and be like, hey, real quick, what's Chuck's last name? Gets it wrong every time.
What NFL team was the first ever to finish with a record of 0-16 in 2008? Was it A, the Cleveland Browns, B, the Detroit Lions, or C, the New York Jets, or D, the Cincinnati Bengals?
This is throwing me off. I don't think it's the Browns. The Browns were the recent 0-16 team. My immediate thoughts go to the Lions. Is it the Lions?
Josh gets that one. He's feeling hot. He's
I
feeling.
want to ask one question in between. Are we allowing for us to are we allowing us to like so say someone gets it wrong? Are we allowed to like take that question?
To take it if they get it wrong, yeah.
Are we allowed to do?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're
if
allowed
they
to
get
do
it
the
wrong,
steal.
Sure.
But like, who would do the steal? Would it be me or Jack?
It would be first one to raise their hand.
Yeah.
No,
first.
No. That's first.
Well,
first one to say me.
First one, me. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
First one say me.
Okay. Now we'll go to Jack.
I got you.
Okay.
Oh.
Take
Jack.
fist bump. Okay.
What is going on?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Which MLB player holds the record for the most career triples? Is it A, Honus Wagner, B, Ty Cobb, C, Lou Brock, or D, Sam Crawford?
You see, chat. I know what he does here. He knows I don't watch baseball, and he gives me baseball questions. All right.
Okay, chat.
Think.
Do you know the answer?
You want me to read the answers again?
Yeah. One more time.
Is it Honus Wagner, Ty Cobb, Lou Brock, or Sam Crawford?
Give me Sam Crawford. Thank you, Sam.
Shout out Sam Crawford.
Shot in the dark, by the way.
I know.
That was a.
Sometimes the shot in the dark works.
That was a shot in the dark.
That was a pull, bro.
You don't even know what team he played for.
You're right, I know.
Declan. Who was the first WNBA player to win both the MVP and Rookie of the Year in the same season?
Okay.
Was it A, Lisa Leslie, B, Candace Parker, C, Diana Taurasi, or D, Maya Moore?
D, Maya Moore.
I thought so too.
Josh. Actually, you know what? Can we play rock, paper, scissors, shoot through the window? Is that possible?
Why not through the camera?
Yeah.
Oh, through the camera. That's right. Okay.
I'm cool with it.
All right.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
It's really delayed.
I think Josh won.
I have rock.
Rock beats paper.
Jack is holding up scissors.
Rock beats scissors.
Rock beats scissors.
Technically, no.
Okay. Give it up. Give it up.
Josh, you get to steal. Who was the first WNBA player to win both the MVP and Rookie of the Year in the same season? Was it A, Lisa Leslie, B, Candace Parker, C, Diana Taurasi, or B, or excuse me, I can't count, or do the alphabet, or D, Maya Moore?
Is it A, Lisa Leslie? Shame on me.
Shame on you. Jack, you have a chance to steal now and could potentially get the correct answer, or it goes right back to Declan.
Okay.
Jack, who was the first WNBA player to win both the MVP and Rookie of the Year in the same season? Was it A, Lisa Leslie, B, Candace Parker, C, Diana Taurasi, or D, Maya Moore?
Was it C? Alright, so
B.
How about we all got it wrong so it's no blood?
Okay, no blood. Sure.
Because then he would have gotten the answer because there's only
Right,
one
it's
left.
true.
I thought Candace Parker was the obvious answer. That's why I didn't
I
pick
thought it
it.
was Maya Moore. I thought it was easily Maya Moore.
So it was actually Candace Parker.
I think Maya Moore was the first one to win a national title and a WNBA title.
It was so,
like it was one of those.
I just think that
Maya Moore was great.
That question was so obvious, I think we just chose the other option.
So this goes right back to Josh now, I guess, right? You go to the top?
Yeah.
No, but like that was Jack's. Oh, wait, no, it was my question.
It was your question.
Yeah, it was just Josh.
Okay, so Josh's turn. Okay.
Right back to the top to the Josh Bracken.
Josh 1, Jack 1.
Josh, which driver holds the record for the most wins in history of the Monaco Grand Prix? Is it Ayrton Senna, B, Michael Schumacher, C, Lewis Hamilton, or D, Jackie Stewart?
I'll go C, Lewis Hamilton. I don't know my racing. I don't know my racing.
Jack.
Michael Schumacher. Are you sure? No, like, are you sure?
I'm sure. Declan.
Could you?
I'll repeat. Yeah,
Okay,
I got you.
Thanks.
Which driver holds the record for the most wins in the history of the Monaco Grand Prix? Is it A, Ayrton Senna? I'm not saying that right. B, Michael Schumacher? C, Lewis Hamilton, or D, Jackie Stewart?
D.
Just all got that one wrong.
No blood.
No blood. It was actually the guy I couldn't say, Senna, or Ayrton Senna. Okay, we'll go right back to Josh, I guess. Since no one wants to win, it's still...
Wait, no, it's no. Jack's
Oh, it's
question.
Jack. That's right.
Jack's question.
Listen, I'm
Against all odds. just
against
like
all
King James
odds.
says.
Against all odds.
Okay.
Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the youngest female to win a Grand Slam singles title in the Open era? Was it A, Monica Seles?
Serena Williams. Are you serious?
I'm gonna steal.
Are you actually serious?
You didn't even let me read the answers.
I'll play tennis, bro.
Declan.
Yeah.
Who was the youngest female to win a Grand Slam singles title in the Open era? Was it A, Monica Seles, B, Serena Williams, C, Maria Sharapova, or D, Martina Hingis?
Sharapova?
Josh Bracken. It's your moment. Who's the youngest female player to win a Grand Slam singles title in the Open era? Was it A, Monica Seles, B, Serena Williams, C, Maria Sharapova, or D, Martina Hingis?
You know, Serena Williams sounds like a really good answer.
It's not the right answer.
But I'm going to go with D.
Okay, Josh. Way to pick that one up. And my tally, Josh is at 2. Jack's at 1. And Declan, you're at 0.
Listeners, this is some negative ball knowledge. We're sorry.
You decide to cut Chuck off in the question.
That's right. That's true.
Am I washed? Am I washed?
Who's up now? Is it Declan?
Yeah.
It's Declan again.
That was my question.
Am I washed?
You might be washed.
Oh my god.
You might be a little washed.
Are you going to let me come on the show and just take this dub?
No.
Listen.
Wait.
No.
Settle
Declan.
down.
Declan. All right, I want you now, Declan. Come on.
All right, Declan.
Settle down, first of all.
All right, come on.
We're only up 2.
He's actually only up 1. 2-1.
Declan.
Yeah, but are you gonna win?
Well, he's up 2 against you.
Which city hosted the 2010 Olympic Winter Games? Was it A, Turin, B, Vancouver, C, Sochi, or D, Salt Lake City?
Vancouver.
Okay.
I was there too.
You went there?
Nah, I was joking.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out Sean.
Boom! I got a hit.
So with the tally, 2, 1, and 1.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
We're going back to
2
Josh.
2 and 1.
2 and 1.
Thanks, Blue.
Going back to Josh Bracken of Off the Bench with TC. I'm not saying his last name again. Josh.
Chrisafuli. All right, no one said anything.
Well, you still said it wrong.
Yeah, you still said it.
I give up.
Josh, what is the name of the famous racetrack located in Germany known for its long straights and challenging corners? Is it A, Hockenheimring, B, Sachsenring, C, Nürburgring, or D, Oschisleben? This is one of those classic A or D moments.
Just give me. I'm gonna go with B. I've never heard of any of these. I'll be straight up honest. I'll go B.
Oh my no!
I knew that, by the way. Shout out my buddy Drew.
Oh, sure you knew that.
Can we
Sure.
get Gene Steratore on the line, please?
Yeah. Can we get a review?
Let's call
on
New
that?
York on that one.
Under review. You get under review.
Real quick, what answer did I pick?
B.
Oh, but like you would. Oh, okay, but like. Okay,
All right, it's fine. He's
but
up
you
3-1.
knew
Jack.
the
He's
answer,
up. He's
though.
up 3-1. Let's talking. Come on. He's up 3-1.
Oh, isn't it a choke a 3-1 lead?
Are we going to 5?
We're going to 5.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, can we give Josh a hard question?
Jack.
That was a hard question.
That was a very hard question.
Who was the first player to break the 100-point mark in an AHL season? Was it A, Wayne Gretzky, B, Phil Esposito, right? That's
Esposito.
correct. Esposito.
Esposito.
C, Bobby Orr, or D, Mario Lemieux?
Mario
Lemieux?
Lemieux.
Lemieux. Let's run it back one more time so I can say the names right. A, Wayne Gretzky, B, Phil Esposito, C,
Esposito.
Esposito.
Oh my God, you got it.
C, Bobby Orr, or Mario Lemieux.
It's got to be Gretzky. Thanks a lot, Wayne.
I got it.
Declan.
Let me get this.
Thanks a lot, Wayne.
Who's the first player to break the 100-yard point? Oh, wow. 100-point.
I'm like, okay.
Who's the first player to break the 100-point mark in the NHL season? Was it A, Wayne Gretzky, B, Phil Esposito,
Esposito.
Okay.
C, Bobby Orr, or Mario Lemieux?
Mario Lemieux.
Josh Bracken, you just commentated a Division III semifinal. I don't know if you know ice hockey. I hope you do. I mean, you call a great game.
I'm getting into it.
Who was the first player to break the 100-point mark in the NHL season? Was it A, Wayne Gretzky, B, say it. Go ahead, Declan. Phil who?
Esposito.
C, Bobby Orr, or D, Mario Lemieux?
I'm trying to think. Did Jack answer this already?
He did. He said Wayne Gretzky.
Okay.
But I feel like you shouldn't tell him.
Yeah, you should.
What?
You shouldn't tell him.
Yeah, because people should pay attention.
Everyone knows. It's
People
Jeopardy.
should pay
He wasn't paying
attention,
attention.
Give me Esposito.
And that's right.
I thought Declan guessed Despacito.
No.
Despacito.
Whatever his name is.
Dude, come on. Halal with one L? Is that where we're going now?
Don't do that, bro.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm getting into hockey, though. I'm getting into hockey.
Okay.
All right, 4-1-1. Let's do this.
I have many questions as right as Jack does. One loss.
Josh. Not Josh.
Hey!
Why are we yelling?
Sorry.
It's okay. Jack.
ASMR.
Jack.
Yeah.
What is the name of the off-road race that crosses the Sahara Desert annually? Is it A?
Wait, time out. I don't want to be this guy, but you just asked me the last question.
I did?
I think I answered first, didn't I? It was Wayne Gretzky. Didn't I answer first?
Oh, yeah.
You did.
I don't want to be. I want to win fair.
Okay, it's my turn.
Oh, okay. Declan.
I want to be fair.
What is the name of the off-road race that crosses the Sahara Desert annually? Is it A, Baja 1000, B, the Pan-African Rally, C, Rallye Sahara, or D, Dakar Rally?
Pan-African?
Who's now? Is it Josh or Jack?
Josh.
It's me.
Josh. What is the name of the off-road race that crosses the Sahara Desert annually? Is it A, the Baja 1000, B, the Pan-African Rally, C, the Rallye Sahara, or D, the Dakar Rally?
I feel like C is so obvious that it wouldn't be it, but I said that last time with Candace Parker, and I didn't pick Candace Parker, so I'm gonna go with C. I knew it.
Jack, what is the name of the off-road race that crosses the Sahara Desert annually? Is it A, the Baja 1000, B, the Pan-African Rally, C, the Rallye Sahara, or D, Dakar Rally?
Is it A?
Answer was D, the Dakar Rally.
Yes, no one got it right. Yes.
Okay, still was it 4? Josh up to 4?
Yeah, 4-1-1.
4-1-1 game. Josh can take... He's cheating now? Who's cheating? Josh?
Is there a chance to tie if he gets it right?
We can't see his screen.
Or is the point gap too big?
My hands have been folded right here the entire time.
We can't see anyone's screen, actually.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, it's 4-1. Who's up next now? Is it
Josh?
It's Josh. Okay, Josh, if he gets it wrong, and it goes to one of you.
Okay.
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't really know what we do in that situation. I hope it doesn't go to it.
Yeah. Or maybe just hope it
Our text line is blowing up right now.
My text line is saying D, Baja's in Mexico. Kind of.
Listen, my source is Bleacher Report. Okay. Josh.
Okay. It's not easy when you're doing this, by the way.
It's not.
I don't know.
Josh, which BMX rider became the first to land a double backflip in the competition at the X Games in 2006? Was it A, Travis Pastrana, B, Dave Myra, C, Matt Hoffman, or D, Ryan Nyquist?
Matt Hoffman.
Jack or Declan, whoever picks this one up should tie, right? And then,
We're tied.
yeah, whoever picks it up, the other person drops.
Knockout.
You're out.
It's like
You're
knockout.
knockout. Okay. So whoever gets this one, you're tied up with Josh.
Okay.
So who's answering?
I think it's Declan, right?
Yes.
It's me.
Oh, it's Jack. No, it's Jack.
Because it's Josh, me, Declan.
Jack. Which BMX rider became the first to land a double backflip in the competition at the X Games in 2006? Was it A, Travis Pastrana, B, Dave Myra, C, Matt Hoffman, or D, Ryan Nyquist? Really think about it.
Give me A. Pastrami.
Pastrami?
Yes!
Declan, I'm sorry.
So like,
You're knocked out.
Chance?
You don't. You're out. That's knockout.
Like, give me a hard question.
You're up 3-0.
Listen,
you
buddy.
Can take a week off. You need a load manage.
There we go. Load management's hit.
Okay, I hope Josh wins.
Tie game 4-4. Tie game 4-4.
Come on, Josh.
Josh,
Come on, Josh.
Stop.
We're going to flip.
Come on,
No
Josh.
cheerleaders.
Josh, come on.
Siri, flip a coin. Actually, no, before I do that.
Siri, pick Josh.
Jack, I'll give it to you. Heads or tails?
You should give it to the guest.
Heads. It's the Patriot way. Is heads.
You should give it to the
Siri,
guest.
flip a coin.
Oh my God, why is my Siri going off now?
Okay, it's not going off. Siri, flip a coin. It's tails. Just didn't hear it. Josh, you get the first question.
W. Josh.
So, guys, real question though. Should this, since it's a one question, should it be a non-sports question like it is before?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Sounds good. Are you
And also no multiple choice.
no multiple choice? Okay. Fine. It's going to be the exact same as it was before. If you're just joining us now, this is the hot seat on WMLN 91.5 Curry College Radio on the Hallal and Hickey Show, live Wednesdays 2 to 4, only on WMLN. Are you guys ready for the hot seat, or are you not?
When the game's on the line, I'm on my prime.
Can you say it one more time?
When the game's on the line, I'm on my prime.
It's almost like you forgot it.
I did.
Really? Very, very close to forgetting it. Okay, guys, the hot seat trivia right now. We're down to the final question. A tie, 4-4. Declan Hickey has been knocked.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I love this song.
Josh Bracken, are you ready?
Hit me.
This is not a multiple choice question. If nobody gets it, we move to the next question. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Who painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel? You have as much time as you need until I say you don't. Basically. His hands are up, you see. He's not going to Google anything. The Sistine Chapel. Who painted the ceiling?
That was Michelangelo, wasn't it?
That's not a hard question. That's not a hard question.
Wait, I have a chance to tie.
No, you don't.
Why?
It's over. It's one question and you win. Declan has something to say, actually, Josh, before you keep celebrating.
He has a chance to tie.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's what we did before.
That's true.
What do you mean
That's-
it's true? You
that's
were just
true.
saying
Oh my
it
God.
wasn't true.
Bellinelli-esque right there. Wow.
Jack, are you ready?
Bellinelli-esque
Let's
right
go,
there.
Jose
Celebrating too early.
Altuve. Give me the question, Altuve.
Foot
Come
on the line, Mario Bellinelli. If you know, you know. That's what that just was right there.
Josh, hold off to the
Let's see if it-
celebrating. You might win, but we'll see what
if
happens.
Let's see if it's a Bellinelli moment.
No.
Josh, what is the largest living species of a lizard?
It's me. You said Jack.
Jack, what is the largest... Oh, excuse me.
Oh,
What is the largest...
rookie move. Rookie move.
It's okay, guys. We can cut it out of the final. What is the largest species of lizard? Living species of a lizard.
Come on. Come on.
I said shoot, by the way.
Lizard.
Uh-huh.
Do you know it?
No, I don't.
Why would you ask him
I
if you
can't
know
help
it?
You.
No, I'm just asking if you know it because you're like, come on.
Okay, answer the question. Think.
The lizard.
Take your time.
Largest living species of a lizard. Shoot. I said shoot, by the way.
Sure you did. Sure you did. Think. Don't look at me. Don't look at anybody. Think into that Jack Hallal brain. Think. Come on.
Got 2 minutes until we wrap the show up.
Yeah, so maybe go a little quicker. But...
I'm in between two answers.
Josh looks extremely stressed right now.
We'll give you 20 seconds.
Oh, no, we might get a fine.
We'll give you 20 seconds, okay?
Mm-hmm. Alligator.
What?
Do they not look like lizards?
Josh Bracken, you've won the Hot Seat Trivia as our special guest. It's a
undefeated.
It's a Komodo dragon.
I knew that too. You don't know what a Komodo dragon is?
No.
Josh Bracken, you are our winner here today on the Hot Seat Trivia. Thank you so much for joining us. Josh, we welcome you and thank you so much for being here. Josh, you got any words?
Chuck, I want to turn the tables a little bit. I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
I got a little trivia question for you because
Sure.
you didn't know this last time, and I want to see if you remember it.
Let's see.
What's my title here? At WMLN, what's my title? You asked me this last time. I want to see if you remember it.
Okay, so TC is the station manager.
Correct.
So...
Throwing you on the hot seat.
The assist? No. You're the program? No. You're head of...
No.
Your...
No. What are you sitting in?
I'm a producer.
No.
I'm in a chair.
No. What building?
Station.
Okay.
Station... Not manager. Station manager.
No.
Station...
It starts... Can I help him out?
No, it's okay.
No, because you're going to embarrass yourself.
Okay, what is it?
You already embarrassed yourself earlier, by the way.
If I get this, I beat Josh.
What?
You're the station director, aren't you?
You said alligator. You do not deserve
You're the station director, right?
What'd you say, Jack?
Station director.
Well done.
Let's go.
Okay,
you got it wrong.
Now,
you got it wrong.
Yeah, but you don't win, though, Jack.
Listen.
That's the wrong title. That's the wrong title.
Wait, it's the wrong... He said it's the wrong title.
Yeah, I was playing with him. It's the wrong title. That's not right.
It's station... Wait, I know what it's station... Station... We're getting on the...
It's the station director. Stop
No, it's
playing.
not. It's not station director. Oh, my God. It's state... What is it?
I'm the program director.
I said... What did I say? I said program director.
Yeah.
And then you guys were like, no, it's not.
I didn't say no.
Listen, I said program director. Josh, you just didn't see me because I mouthed it before I was looking at them for the answer. Okay, that's just how life goes. Jack, look at Jack right now. Is he like
He said alligator. He does not deserve to think he should be winning. Like,
okay,
that disappointed me so much. By the way, alligator.
Josh, thank you so much for joining us here today on the Hallal and Hickey Show. We'll have you
Josh
back.
The win.
We'll have
Oh
you
my
back for
God.
more trivia for sure. And just to wrap up the show, we got no time for what's next, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and listening today. It was a great episode of the Hallal and Hickey Show. We'll be back next Wednesday, 2 to 4. A lot going on. You should check out the Red Sox tonight. Nesson and WEI. Jack,
Rafi.
anything?
That's it.
Rafi, baby. Rafi all
Rafi's
day.
incoming. That's
Going
it.
yad.
That's it. We'll see you next time.
Going yad.